WeWork makes absolutely no sense. That is the perfect example of kind of this frothy market of consensual hallucination between the company and its investors.
This is obviously an unprofitable company. We've seen a number of these companies come to market this year with actually mixed results.
Not too long ago, WeWork was one of the fastest growing unicorn and it was valued at a whopping 47 billion US dollars. But now things aren't the same. Founder and CEO Adam Neumann has been fired and the company has also scrapped its initial public offering plans. So, what really went wrong? Neumann came to New York City in 2001, fresh off his service in the Israeli military. He started a company called Crawlers, which sold clothes with padded knees for crawling babies.
Crawlers with a K. K for extra coolness. Crawlers was baby pants with knee pads on them to protect the baby's knees for the crawling age. An inspired idea like that needed an inspired tagline that only Shakespeare could write, and it went something like this: just because they don't tell you doesn't mean they don't hurt. Of course, the business was a tremendous failure.
Michael McKelvey, his future partner in WeWork, also lived in the same building. In 2008, they both decided to start a real estate sustainable co-working company, which offered recycled furniture and green office supplies. The company was named Green Desk. Its customers could rent a desk or office on month-to-month basis. Neumann and McKelvey later realized that it was the focus on community and not sustainability that drove people to Green Desk. So in 2010, they sold their stake in Green Desk and began WeWork. The first WeWork location was just 3,000 square feet in a building in Soho, New York. It was profitable within the first month, and hence they opened 4 new locations within the next 2 years. So this rapid expansion caught the attention of Benchmark, a top venture capital firm that made early bets on Twitter and Uber. Benchmark led the Series A funding round of $17 million, pushing WeWork further into growth mode. WeWork shot up to 1.5 million square feet of space and 10,000 members by 2014. WeWork opened its first international office in London in 2014.
How fast are you growing?
Very.
What kind of numbers are we talking about?
We're talking about probably one of the fastest physical expansions that has been seen for the past 10 years. We just added in the past 3 months London, Tel Aviv, growing into Amsterdam.
In an effort to diversify its revenue streams, WeWork got into different real estate businesses, such as WeLive in 2016, which provided fully furnished micro-apartments, and WeGrow in 2017, a conscious entrepreneurial school for children from age 2 to 11 years old. In October of 2017, WeWork opened its first gym, called Wise by We in New York City, and the company was rebranded as the We Company.
When we started the company, we felt that there was a new energy that was emerging. In the last 7 years, we've grown. We're now in over 150 locations around the world. And what we found is that no matter where we go, the spirit of people for change and innovation is the same.
The We Company filed for IPO in August with the $47 billion valuation. As part of the requirements, it had to file documents containing never-before-seen information on the company with the US Securities and Exchange Commission. The papers revealed that the company was not in a financially sound position and it mainly lost more money than it ever made.
Not only is this another startup losing enormous amounts of money, $1.9 billion last year, but expenses at WeWork more than quadrupled from 2016 to 2018. So some major questions about its path to profitability. So in short, guys, this is a prospectus that probably raises more questions than it answers.
Last year, it made losses of $1.9 billion, raking in $1.8 billion in revenue. It was also discovered that Neumann took personal loans at cheap rates from the company to fund his own lavish lifestyle. He also owned some of the buildings that WeWork leases from and cashed out $700 million from the company just before filing for the IPO.
This company specifically, though, has a lot of issues to it. I mean, how much money the founder has taken out of it. There's questions about where the board was along this whole time, being overvalued to the point where it can't go public. I mean, these are real issues specific to this company.
After all this, Neumann stepped down as the company's CEO, and the company scrapped its plan for a near initial public offering. Now, WeWork is in urgent need of money and may run out of cash in mid-November this year. But SoftBank, its biggest investor, who have invested more than $10 billion in the company, is looking forward to invest another $5 billion to save the company from dying.
SoftBank and WeWork are very close to a deal that could be announced as soon as tomorrow, under which SoftBank would take control of WeWork with a new equity infusion of between $4 to $5 billion. Most of it new equity that would be infused into the company, though some of it also being reserved for the possibility of some selling shareholders.
So let's see what the future holds for WeWork. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye. And do subscribe if you are new to this channel.